everyone in the whole world. Like we read in Revelation 17, read that again.
It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nation and tongues.
Right, because the whore sits upon many waters. Those waters represents many peoples, nations, multitudes, and tongues. Right, so now let's go to verse 18.
So it says,
verse 18.
And the women which thou sawest is...
Say verse 18. Say verse 18.
Revelation 17, verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
So that shows you right there. That whore, that woman which you saw is that great city. The Bible answers itself. It said the woman that you saw is that great city. It's not America, the USA, a great city. Once upon a time, people from all around the world came to America. Why do you think America has different nations of people there? It's African people there, Chinese people there, Arab people there, setting up businesses, setting up stores. You know, you've got people from all around the world living in America, because America was once the seat to be in. You know, send your children, get best form of education, live that luxurious lifestyle, live the white man's lifestyle, live his lifestyle, become a Hollywood actor, seek fame and fortune. When do you want to get that? You gotta go over to the USA.
It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Right. So America's trying to tell people what to do. Give me go to verse 4 to verse 6.
Same chapter. It says, this is Revelation 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Right. Because it said that she was decked with gold and silver, precious pearls. Because America, like I said, that was the ideal place to go to if you want to seek fame and fortune. The Bible is speaking about it. America was that land, and you want to, basically dreams come true. You want to live the American dream. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to different places like New York, they always put that on the TV. New York, Manhattan, and then you want to go to work and Sex in the City. They had this TV series, they made a movie out of it now. They call it Sex and the City, Sex in the City. And you see that careless Caucasian or Edomite woman with blonde hair right there on the front cover, looking like she's having a whale of a time. That right there shows you that's the Great War. America is that Great War. Right? You know what I'm saying? The fact, hold that and give me Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head. It says, Leviticus 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land be full of whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness.
Right. So America's full of wickedness. Because what's happening? They know the prostitutes walking up and down in the USA. One of the laws was that do not prostitute your daughter. Cause her to be a whore. Needs the land fall to whoredom. It's not America known as the Great Whore. And the land fall to wickedness. Why? Because there's prostitutes in America. That's how we know America is also a land of wickedness. That's proof. Because they're not more. in America is a whole. That's a main fact. You gonna try and dispute with that? I dare you.
You're gonna fail Michigan.
We bits man.
That's right.
They'll be reaping the national teeth, man. By the time we get
He's shaking and everything.
you know? The mighty man will cry me. Oh, yeah.
Listen.
So, you know, the land is full of whoredom. That's why they know about porn websites, all kinds of porn websites in the USA, in Babylon.
Strip clubs.
You can be a porn star after you proceed the age of 18 and stuff. Basically, it's no different than the Greek Empire, man. You had orgies going on. You got bestiality. People having sex with animals going on in the USA.
They're amazing.
So you mean to tell me that Babylon is not a land of wickedness? Everybody knows that. Let's go back. Because over in America, the scripture says you're not meant to keep the hire of a man for over the day until night, man. You're meant to give him his pay on the very same day that he worked, man.
You can't have a slave. You're supposed to have a slave for 7 years.
Exactly. You got all kinds of laws that the so-called white man broke. They'll give you your pay at the end of either a week or 2 weeks or at the end of the month, man. Don't you know you got people that need that money to feed their children and to feed themselves? You're meant to give that money to them right there on the day, man. So they can feed themselves, man. They there working every day, slaving. Maybe full-time, part-time, whatever. They're starving, right? And they gotta wait until the end of the week, 2 weeks or a month to get their paycheck. So that shows you that there's no understanding in the so-called white man's kingdom. That's a fact. And it tells you you're meant to set your slave free on the 7th year. So-called white man had his slave for centuries, man.
He overdid that.
He overdid that by a little bit, man. He overdid it by a little bit.
Listen, man. He probably overdid that like 60 times. 60 times.
So now you gotta pay for them. See, the so-called white man's not exempt from that. You took on the Bible and said you was a Bible believer. You are the people of the Bible. You even went as far as you're calling yourself a Jew. That's what you did. You even took on the identity of being God's chosen people. 60 times. The so-called white man declared himself to be a Jew. He declared the whole world that he's the Jew. And that the land of Israel is his holy land. So therefore he's meant to keep the commandments, right? He's meant to keep the law. And if he doesn't keep the law, he's going to be punished. Now over in America, is he keeping the law over there? He's breaking every last one. To the point where they're now legalizing same-sex marriages. They're even pushing it in school institutions, and that's perfectly acceptable. So now you're even brainwashing little children from the age of being a toddler that those things are acceptable and righteous in the sight of the Heavenly Father.
I mean, people say something as well, because what the brother is saying true, because what I've sussed out, man, when I found out, is that these fucking teachers, man, they got these kids engaging in specifically homosexuality activity. That's what they're doing in the USA.
No?
And that's totally out of order, man.
Yeah, man. Because in this society, a man can walk up and down the street wearing knickers and a bra and a down wig on his head, and the police, they just walk right past him and don't say nothing to him. They don't say nothing. You understand? They don't say nothing about that. But now, they'll take you to court for child support. They don't take a damn transvestite before, but they'll take a man who's not paying money, he's not paying for the child, they'll take him to court and tell him he has to pay child support. A woman will go to the abortion clinic, kill as many kids as she wants, and nothing happens. She don't get taken to court. Nothing. She has power over life and death. She can murder as many children because when the child's growing inside her stomach, you can't say, oh, that's not a human. There is a human. It's 7 months old, 4 months old. The soul is still inside it. Right? You understand? But then it gets taken to an abortion clinic and gets killed by the mother. No arrest, no time in jail. It's perfectly lawful, man. They get off scot-free. But now, she gets told she can do that as many times as she pleases. But now if a man don't take care of his kids, he gets taken to court and told you have to pay child support. You're a deadbeat father, you're this, you're that. So the whole thing is, a woman is exempt from judgment, but a man, he gets punished for any little thing. He has to be made ashamed for even being a man. He can't even have a deep tone of voice, man. Oh, you have to lighten up your tone of voice. You sound too pretty. It's true. You work. That's why this society got to go down, man. That's why America has to be burned. Why? Because there's too much lawlessness going on throughout 5,000 square miles of territory. Too much sodomy. Too much evilness. Everybody just walks according to their flesh and fulfills the lust of their mind, man. And they totally despise government, man. They despise order and anybody that's good, man. No? Ain't nothing but adultery taking place in America. The man can't even feel comfortable having his own woman. Got a lot of men out here, they want to whack. But they know if you get with a woman, you gotta pretty much fucking run, man. You gotta get in between her sticks and get that box and hit the road. That Jack. Quick. Nimbly, man. Nimbly. You gotta be nimble.
Is it international or King James?
King James.
Just wanna know.
You know? You gotta hit that box and hit the road. You gotta get that box.
You better run like a cheetah. You don't run, man. They're gonna put the stairs on your house.
Her mind is stairs and next, man.
Right.
You know? You gotta hit that box and run if you get with any of these women. Because she'll quickly leave and get with another man. And then you'll be left looking like a fool. But according to the Bible, if the white man was to keep the law, he would give you legal license to kill your wife for running away from you and getting with another man. That's adultery. That's adultery.
I'm glad you're back preaching, man, because I miss you from all them years there. Well, we used to be preaching for a long time.
Oh, I know you're talking about the guys.
Yeah. And they try and shut it down. You know what I mean? They don't want people to hear the truth.
Yeah.
They don't want people to hear the facts, the reality. They don't want people to hear it. You know? So they use everything to shut you off. And ultimately, they will just kill you, because that's all the system is. You know what I'm saying? But you keep going every day. Everybody gets a little bit more information, a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more of strength, and that's what progresses it. Yeah? You keep going.
Appreciate it. So Jay-Z, let's come to say that. Like I was saying, man. Sure.
It's on something.
You know what I'm saying? So adultery. That man's on the white man. He's meant to be like the gatekeeper, the governor of all Babylon, right? The Babylonian king, right? So he's meant to be giving out the orders. He's the one meant to be putting out there what's good and taking away the thing that is bad. He's meant to be responsible for the welfare.